All right, friends. Here's a spirit message for you for today. It's it's been hitting me like ever since last night, but it's really kind of started probably a little before that because of some issues with a family member who's having some health issues, and they didn't go get checked out, and they're waiting too long to get checked out. My son's having some health issues and going to have surgery this Thursday, and just there's a lot of people I know that have got a lot of health things going on, and Spirit is really pushing that we need to start understanding our physical limitations. We aren't able to do the things maybe we used to be able to do. That maybe we need to have, things to help us to get around: a cane, a walker, a wheelchair, a scooter, all the above. Maybe we are in a cast and it's causing us some problems. We're trying to get used to it. Maybe we're in a neck collar, maybe we're in a back brace. We need to start understanding we have to take things at a slower pace. We need to start understanding and realizing that we are not maybe as young as we used to be. Maybe we're not as healthy as we used to be. But we now have these limitations, and we're fighting those limitations. And we're pushing to do things, and we're not helping our situations. Maybe we're not thinking, about certain things. Like, say you're doing something, you live alone, you don't have really anybody around you, and you're climbing on a ladder, and you don't really, you shouldn't be on that ladder. So what happens if you fall? Have you thought about those kind of things? What would I do if I fall off this ladder? I need to have my phone on me when I get on this ladder, because if I fall and I end up on the floor and I can't get up, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get to my phone because it's maybe in the next room. Maybe it's on a table next, a little bit away from me here, but I can't get to it. We need to start thinking smarter about our health. Maybe we're finding little things going on with us, and we're chalking it up as it'll go away, but it doesn't go away. But in the process of waiting on it to go away, something else comes along, and we now have two things going on. And this is for a lot for you guys. I know, because I do this. We've got to stop putting that stuff off, because it's only going to get worse unless we go see about it. There was nothing could have been done for the damage that it was going on in my spine. But had I went and had the surgery sooner, I have to wonder, because it would have been fused, then the damage probably wouldn't have been as extensive as it was. But because of my stubbornness, my fear, I wouldn't go and see about it until it got to be where it was unbearable pain daily, 24/7. I couldn't tolerate it anymore, and I had to go. You don't want to get in that position. You don't want to bring yourself to that point of staying in pain like that. You need to go and be checked out, be seen. Maybe God forbid, you've been in an accident and you've lost a limb, and you think your world is over. Your world is not over. It's not. You are able to live. You may have to do things differently. You will. Not a matter of may. You're going to have to do things differently. But that doesn't mean you're any less of a person, that you're any, less of a partner or anything like that. Let's say you're having to get around on a cane or a walker, or you're in a wheelchair now, or you're having to use a walker, cane, scooters, walker, scooter, cane, scooter, cane, walker. That doesn't make you any less of a person. It doesn't mean that you are, any less than you were. You just have limitations now that make your life a little different than, say, someone else who doesn't need these things. But the thing and Spirit is really adamant about that and kicking me in the butt with it, as well as, kicking me in the butt about getting on to other people that I know, that you need to be seen before it's too late, before things get worse and can't be fixed, and your life gets shortened or your life gets ended. All because you didn't go and get seen, get taken care of, because you were lazy, because you were afraid, because you just thought it would get better. Stop self-diagnosing things through Dr. Google, through Dr. So-and-so down the road who's had the same problem, or Aunt Sally who takes this medication and she's had no problems with it, but Uncle Bob takes the same medicine. And Uncle Bob had side effects from that medicine, so I'll probably get the side effects from that medicine. Don't do that. You are not Uncle Bob. You are not Aunt Sally. You are not Dr. Neighbor down the road. You're not. You are you. The medication may affect you differently. It's going to affect you differently because you are not those people. Listen to your doctor, not doctor down the road, not Dr. Aunt Sally and Dr. Uncle Bob and Dr. Google. If you have a problem, medical problem, then go and be seen. I'm not saying that necessarily that looking something up is a bad thing, because that can bring you to the point that you do go and get seen. But stop placing the diagnosis upon yourself based off of Dr. Google, Doctor down the road, Dr. Aunt Sally, and Dr. Uncle Bob. They're not your doctor. So go and be seen. It's time, and this is the new year. Now is the time to start really taking your health into any time of the year is important, but it seems it gets pushed to the forefront at the beginning of the year. The New Year's resolution, I'm going to take better care of myself. Well, these New Year's resolutions last about 12 days, and then they peter off. Well, you need to not do that. You need to start looking and taking better care of yourself. So Spirit is really pushing that, not only with myself, because I have limitations now, and it's hard to accept that. But I have to accept it just as you have to accept it. You have to realize you can't do the things you used to do. You can't pick up the things you used to pick up. You can't, maybe bend over the way you used to be able to bend over. It takes you a little longer to do something because you can't move at the fast pace you were able to move at before. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you any less of a human being, a person, a partner, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, a friend. You're still you. You just have some limitations. So go and get seen if you have some issues. Accept what is there. Accept it. You can't do anything about it except what you're told to do by your doctor, not the doctors around you and the doctor in this box here. So be seen.